hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick Dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master ice. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. I am your host, beatzillapdx officially, and this is the weekly wrap-up news break edition. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As y'all can see, as y'all are coming into the chat, I can't actually greet you tonight because we're not live. But with that being said, for those of you who are watching this video live right now, hit that thumbs up button. And also share this on your social media as well. We are here on another Friday evening. So hopefully everybody is doing well. And we have to talk about dirty Southern justice, the riverboat reckoning update. And as some of y'all, and I'm sure most of you know by now, as of, I believe, Thursday, this brother that you see on your screen, who is well documented and well known for being a victim of an absolute anti-Black racial attack in the riverboat, I guess where the riverboat is in Montgomery, Alabama. And the world took notice at the riverboat reckoning that took place right there where a bunch of slaves used to come and go. A bunch of slaves used to come and go from right there. So it is something to be said about the fact that the people who got charged with assaulting him, some got off with anger management, although they were still charged with what they're charging him with, by the way. And at that, they didn't do it publicly. They literally charged this man without announcing that they were charging this man. But for those of you who might possibly be slightly unfamiliar with this entire ordeal, well, let's take a walk down memory lane as we do here. So, welcome to the riverfront, Montgomery, Alabama.
Gone viral this week. We're hearing from the co-captain of the Harriet II riverboat, the man at the center of the riverfront brawl. Tonight, WSFA 12 News has obtained copies of the statements he made to police about what happened that day. In the meantime, a fourth arrest has been made of the case. 21-year-old Mary Todd, you see her here on the right. She joins three others, all charged with misdemeanor third-degree assault. And according to newly obtained court records, all four suspects are accused of attacking and injuring the riverboat's co-captain, who has been identified as Damian Pickett. Pickett lays out what happened in the moments before, during, and after the fight. Another witness.
Let's also note that there are witnesses that said they heard this man being called the N-word. And I never actually played the entire video of this ordeal. I have played some, but I do have the entire video, of course. But and shout out to Sir Major for being the first one to actually have that too, by the way. And then it is now since spread, and you can now see the riverboat reckoning in its entirety anytime you need to. So I don't think I need to play it here, but I just want to see, and we're going to get to that point, but I just want to show y'all how this actually happened at the moment. So as you are seeing what's going on right now, this brother is clearly the victim. There's no mistaking that. So the last woman, was it Amber or Mary Todd? What's her name? Mary Todd. Yeah, she also got charged. So let's just listen, because the whole point of this and the whole point of this update is that they charged now this brother who you clearly see as the victim. They have now charged him with third-degree assault as well. So what they're trying to do is say, well, all of you are mutual combatants. So we'll charge all of you since these good white folks had to plead. But we'll get there. So in the meantime, I just needed to say that. Let's hear more.
Who says her son was attacked, also giving her statement to police. Both people go into detail about their injuries and insults, some of them racial, they say came from the attackers. WSFA 12 News anchor Rosanna Smith brings us those details.
Now, right there, we're hearing racial attack. There's nothing being mentioned about a hate crime, unfortunately, although it clearly should be. Now, here's one of those instances where instead of jumping on the bandwagon like most of the black politicians that wanted to comment on it did, they should be speaking against this anti-black racial violence and be calling for an actual hate crime charge on this. What does it harm anybody from the Congressional Black Caucus to call for a hate crime charge of the local authority in this matter of Montgomery, Alabama, with such a historical precedent coming that particular area is where droves of slaves came that built America, that descendants are deserving of reparations today, those people. So, man, this is crazy that they charged this man. But nonetheless, let's hear how the energy was at the moment. Because remember, it was a racial reckoning at the moment as a lot of people saw it. So listen to the tone that everybody's having at the moment.
In these court documents, Damian Pickett tells his story of what happened at Montgomery's riverfront. The co-captain of the Harriet II says he received contusions to his rib area and knocks on the back of his head and forehead. He says it was a result of being punched and kicked several times during the brawl caught on camera Saturday night. In Pickett's statement to Montgomery police, he says he was on the riverboat with his captain when they noticed a couple boats close to their docking area. They called on the intercom at least 5 or 6 times for a black pontoon boat to move. He says the boaters responded with obscenities, something Police Chief Daryl Out.
Okay, also look at what's going on here. Just take a good solid look on your screen. This is the picture that they used. This isn't me like manufacturing a thumbnail, not like this. This is a thumbnail. This is photo evidence of an assault. This man is going backwards with his hands up, being swung on with a man who's already left his feet to swing on him. He is being charged with assaulting the man that's swinging on him. But we'll get there. This is insane. And I'm okay. So when the people say, y'all don't understand about civics, and what you need to know is how the actual process works. See, we have to have the people in place that will put the policies in place. And so we have to go vote for those people who will put those policies in place that represent our issues. Family, we are the most victims of hate crime violence, or of hate crime violence. We top the charts. We are the world's all-stars, Hall of Famers of being victims of hate crimes. There's no one who compares. Here is a situation where the same man that you have with his hand in this man's face as his feet have left the ground to swing at him. As you see this, F that in. So that's what a witness is hearing out there too. So, but no hate crime here, and there is no peep from black officials These black Democrats, these black people who say, go vote and y'all don't understand politics and all of that. Where is your voice in this moment right now, especially with this man being charged? There should be outrage from black politicians, to be quite frank, and we're not hearing any.
Albert outlined in his news conference this week.
They were only responded to with obscene gestures, curse words, and taunting.
Pickett says he, along with his deckhand, the 16-year-old victim, got to the dock, and that's where the men confronted him. In his statement to police, Pickett says he told the men he was just doing his job. He says a man fired back that the dock was public. Pickett says eventually the men attacked him. He told officers someone hit him from behind. He tried to defend himself by choking the man in front of him. Pickett says he then remembers another man tackling him. He believes he bit one of them and heard one threaten to kill him. The mother of the 16-year-old deckhand
family. And I'm starting with this because I'm going to read the article of the most recent charges. So I'm just playing this for you to get a good preview of what it was and now how it's trying to be spun. So they just showed you the video in this news piece. They showed this man being assaulted, and what they creatively did, by the way, is edited the part to where he's legitimately being attacked on camera. And you're watching him be attacked from behind. And then like you said, he choked the man in front. At that point, when you're in a heated argument and one person has already put their hands on you, you are now in the midst of getting jumped. So I guess they just wanted the black man to just say, you know what? You needed to allow all of them to kind of get you underfoot. But here's the biggest point. Remember, this man is charged. He said, one of those men said he was going to delete him. Now, just look at what you see on your screen. In the midst of this moment, what should that black man feel when in the crowd of this, with, old Mary over here, you see old Mary in the mix too. What should he feel when you hear one of these shirtless, drunken individuals say that I'm going to delete you? I would say it'd be safe to say you're right there with River and opportunity of drunk, belligerent, suspected white supremacists. It would be safe to say that he should definitely believe his life is in danger. When you see this picture, how on earth would the man that you can't visibly see because he's swarmed in a mist of mayonnaise, that he should be charged with assault? Who on earth in this moment did he assault? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people touching him right now. This man is charged with assault.
Training who was with Pickett was also on the boat. She gave her statement to police. She heard the men yelling and using racial slurs and mentions of getting a gun. Court documents reveal the 16-year-old was punched in the chest.
Oh, man. And also, okay, so they didn't just threaten to delete the man, but then witnesses outside of his account heard them talking about getting a weapon, getting a gun. So you got racial slurs. They're jumping him. They're saying they're going to delete him to him. Other people say they're going to get a gun. These are all witnesses that saw this man as a victim. And ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, this man is charged with assault. Look at how mightily he must clearly be getting. I mean, he's getting the best of all of them right now. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the man in the visor, if you look closely. I think there's another person on the ground around him, so there might be around 8 people now. There's one black man in the scene that's trying to intervene. At what point can this brother possibly be the aggressor? I mean, okay, let's go on.
And had bruised ribs. Pickett identified Richard Roberts as the main assailant, Alan Todd as the man who tackled him, and Zach.
Okay. So now these men are identified. They are all named. Not only that, you have them all on video, and then you have the witnesses telling you that this is racial. Why was there no hate crime investigation on this crime? And right now, there should be politicians, the do-nothing talkers of Washington that call themselves representing black people right now, need to be up in arms about this. Because, see, this right here is just the system saying we can't allow all these ends this type of power. I hope y'all understand what this is about. Let's go.
Shipman as the man who hit and kicked him. All 3, along with Mary Todd, face assault charges.
Keep in mind, this is still an ongoing investigation. More charges could be coming sometime soon. A lot of people have been asking if this is racially motivated. MPD has been working with the FBI.
Okay. Now, see, and then they put the mammy up there, and for all intents and purposes, we don't know where she is from. I mean, there's a large chance that for her, with that look on her face, to say that phrase in all confidence, after all of the information you just heard her own voice speak. She says, some people speculate if this is racial.
Where's your family from?
Ma'am, where is your family from? Ain't no some people expect, when you hear, okay, they were calling him N-words. He says they were calling them racial slurs. The witnesses says they were calling them racial slurs. What more do you need? And you're literally reporting what the witnesses gave you and the testimony given from the witnesses. And then you have the nerve to turn around and say some people are speculating if it is about race. This is why we need an anti-black hate crime bill now. Because this is also the other thing about what we talk about tethers. For this woman to literally say this with the look that she got on her face right now, she cannot be one of us. Ma'am, you are in the city of Montgomery, Alabama. This is Montgomery, Alabama news. With the historical presence in this situation, how on earth did you feel comfortable to come up there and say this? But everybody got to do something for a paycheck.
And they do not believe at this time it meets the criteria to be considered a hate crime.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Rosanna. And you can read more about those statements made and that 4th arrest in the case right now in this story on the 12 News app and WSFA.com.
Man, we don't see, this is the sad part. Now, I get it. The anchors can't just go ham and just go off. I get that. Trust me, I get that. But at the same time, come on now. Come on now. You are literally watching while reporting what everyone is visibly seeing, and then taking the we don't have all the facts type of position with 2 black women anchors. Man, that's a horrible look. That is a horrible look. So let me start with Mary Todd. So Mary Todd, the woman charged in the brawl, that's the woman that you saw in the blue. It says two of the five, and this is from Yahoo News. Actually, it is from the Atlanta Black Star. So Atlanta Black Star, and this was from October 30th. This article reads, and it's by Nico Mann, by the way. Two of the five defendants arrested in connection with the riverfront brawl in Montgomery, Alabama in August pleaded guilty in court on October 27th. The Montgomery Advertiser reports that 48-year-old Richard Roberts pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanor assault charges and will serve 32 days of a 4-month suspended sentence. He will serve the time on weekends at Perry County facility and perform 100 hours of community service for assaulting 16-year-old deckhand Daniel Warren and Harriet II Riverboat co-captain Damian Pickett. Roberts will have to serve his full sentence if he violates the terms of his plea deal. So, which means they already agreed to a slap on the wrist for him. Oh, and not to mention, by the way, he begins, or I guess at this point, began serving his term on November 4th. So he'll just be about a week late for turkey, but he'll be home for Christmas. Cool. So municipal judge Samari, I believe, Samari Munnerlin Dunson also sentenced 21-year-old Mary Todd to complete anger management classes after she pleaded guilty to harassment, according to the WSFA News. Todd was the first to enter a guilty plea. I bet she was, because she actually was guilty of assault as well. But whatever. They just didn't bring those charges against her because I guess she's a white woman and that's a black man being assaulted. So she's not a victim at all. Or he's not a victim at all of her, rather. She just harassed him. Never mind her touching him, but no, she just harassed him. That's harassment. The touching's harassment. Moving on. The cases of Alan Todd, 24, and 26-year-old Zachary Shipman, who were charged with third-degree assault, were continued until November 16th. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? So, Alan Todd, which is obviously, I guess, her brother or whatever, and 26-year-old Zachary Shipman, who were charged with third-degree assault, were continued until November 16th. This is the week right before they are due in court, and this brother now has charges brought up against him from the court. The same court that's supposed to be prosecuting his assailants. Now you can see why I called this broadcast Dirty Southern Justice. This is filthy. Let's see. The brawl broke out in downtown Montgomery, Alabama on August 5th. Of course, you already seen all that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to get to on this one, because you see how they're getting off. So let's see. It says, the very end says Roberts was also ordered to pay court costs in the amount of $714, while Todd was ordered to pay court costs in the amount of $357. Now, in court, Roberts apologized for his actions. Mr. Pickett, I'm sorry we met up like we did. I don't know you. Don't believe. I don't know you. Believe it. But if we had met under different circumstances, we probably could have been friends. That means, hey, Mr. Pickett, if you were a white man, we probably could have been cool. But since you're an N, circumstances pretty much ended up how they did. I'm just giving you the breakdown of supremacist speak. We probably could have been friends. I try to get along with everybody. Spoken like a true Klansman. If y'all ain't never been to the University of White Supremacy and lived there for a while, which would be Portland, Oregon, you would know a line like that. I try to get along with everybody. Okay, that's why when a black boss is in power, you'll hear the like white dudes say, "Oh, he's a fair man," because he doesn't promote supremacy. So automatically they can identify the difference of privilege, supremacy, and fairness. But anyway, just helping folks understand some things. I'm just saying. Let's see where we at. Is this it? Oh, no, I don't need this one. It said, because this is actually quoting one of the witnesses. Okay, so let me see what else I got here, because now here's what was came out like 9 hours ago. I think I can play this audio. Let me just be sure. So let me just play the brother man's audio. I ain't gonna put the video. So this was the interview that he had when the events happened. But now this brother has been charged, and you heard what was reported of what he said. Let me play for y'all a little bit of his interview that he himself spoke for himself.
I didn't expect this to happen at work today. I was expecting another peaceful, nice cruise.
This morning, the men at the center of that violent and viral Alabama boat dock brawl speaking for the first time.
Oh my God!
I was in a shock, just straight shock.
The lead deckhand, Damian Pickett, seen here in his white uniform, telling us how the altercation last month in Montgomery first began.
So you're on the boat, you're trying to dock. Just tell us what was going on.
It was just a lot of people that was in the way of us docking, and the boats just wouldn't move. We could have docked, but we would end up hitting a couple of those boats and be responsible for it.
This illegally parked boat blocking the city's riverboat.
The brother's just doing his job. So literally, you're hearing what he was doing. All he is doing is his job. He's at work. He on the clock. It's Saturday, weekend. Folks, you had people all the way down there from the DMV down there to visit. So things is cracking down there. So folks is having fun, enjoying themselves, minding their own business, not bothering nobody, having a good old time. And here these people are. Pay attention to us. We need to be in everybody's way. Look at us. I mean, because look, this brother's is just simply doing his job. And they got their boat all in the way. Now, you know good and well that boat. Now, just put it in perspective for what you see in front of you. Do you see how illegally that boat is parked? That is literally specifically for that riverboat. I mean, you're literally in front of the ramp that's going to load people on and off of the riverboat. This right here is like, I'm just trying to be a problem in the first place. So when we go back to what the brother said and also what witnesses heard, this brother's life was threatened. This brother's life was absolutely threatened. Yeah, dirty Southern justice. Where y'all taking it? L
from docking.
Those guys.
L today,
The park
Alabama.
were told not to leave it there, and they left it there.
Crew members making several attempts to ask the owner to move.
Everybody's yelling, could y'all move y'all boat? By the captain's order, we got off and moved the boat. 4 steps to the right. That's it. Words were exchanged, and I was like, I'm just doing my job. After we docked, we don't mind y'all staying there, but not at this time while we're trying to dock.
What exactly were they saying to you at this time?
Just some nasty words, cuss words that I don't like, violence. And alcohol involved. They got beers in their hands while they're on the dock. So I would try my best to ignore them.
What's going through your mind at that time?
The people, the boat, their safety. Getting them in, getting everybody off, and getting them home. Plus, I'm thinking about his boat also.
You know, something else about this. Drunk, beer in hand, Alabama man. What kind of safety was this brother supposed to feel doing his job on the dock with drunk Jeb over here? One of these good old boys, one of these young, regenerated, good old boys. What are he supposed to do with that? Good old Jebediah over here. We're the good Christian man, and you're just a dirt end. I mean, you talk. Look at what we talking about, Montgomery, Alabama. I mean, let's not act like Montgomery, Alabama is not known for being anti-black. I mean, historically in America, you talk about the in-hating capital of the world. Come on now. So let's just keep it a buck. So, and this brother, you know, let me show you. This brother got a real actual kind of calm demeanor. Now I'll say calm. I'll use that word. He looked, you know, kind of on the he always gonna be easy side of the game. So when you see that, it's like, oh, okay. And again, in this situation, brother still stepped forward and presented himself in a defensive fashion as he should, and defended himself as a man. Now I don't know this brother's preference or anything like that, but I'm just saying, you know, he kind of seemed on the safe side for some folks that might look at certain people as targets. So, you know, I wouldn't have expected the tone of his voice to be like this, by the way. I mean, no shade on this brother at all, because I really thought that, like, a brother this big would have a deeper voice.
Because if our boat hits his boat, it's going to sink.
A shirtless man confronts him.
One guy, he's been there before. He knows the rules and regulations. That's why he would ask me, where's the sign?
Then another man quickly becoming aggressive. Damien tossing his hat, bracing for what's to come.
This man just put his hand on me. I was like, if it's my job, but I'm still defending myself at the same time. So when he took.
All right, I got to show y'all this. And this is on CBS, or no, I'm sorry, ABC. Now, they can get away with showing this. I just got to show y'all this. And I'm going to turn the sound off. I'll look at this video. Okay. Now, what this man is being charged with, he's being charged with assault. And he's being charged with the man that I just showed you. Like I said, how poetic that still that we were looking at earlier that shows the man who is literally trying to bring up charges of assault against the brother. This is where you see him leave his feet in the first place to assault him. All right. Now that y'all saw that, I just need to show once. Y'all could replay it if you need. I just want you to understand what they are trying to say is that this brother on the screen assaulted the man that you just saw run into the screen first. That's how he's being charged, by the way. You do it with y'all are intelligent people and family. We are looking at dirty Southern justice. And so that's pretty much what I wanted to play from him. So let me fast forward to what's going on right now. And this is like as of 9 hours ago, right now anyway. Riverboat dock workers involved in the viral brawl charged with assault, court records. Let's see. The Alabama riverboat dock worker who was involved in a brawl. No. He was the victim of an assault. All right. Who this ABC? Oh, yeah, this is ABC. Oh, okay, ABC, we see you. Let's see. Went viral on social media, has now been charged with assault, according to Montgomery Municipal Court records. Damian Pickett is due for arraignment on the misdemeanor charge on November 21st. It is unclear if Pickett, who was formally charged October 27th, has retained an attorney. Pickett, initially identified by Montgomery Police Department as a victim in an altercation that led to a massive brawl on August 5th at the Riverfront Park in Montgomery, Alabama, which began over a dispute about a pontoon boat that was blocking a space designated for the riverboat. According to court records reviewed by ABC News, the complainant is Zachary Shipman. All right. Oh, okay. So let's just do this. Okay. We've really finna just do this tonight. All right. So, yeah. Zachary Shipman, one of the individuals who was initially charged in the incident. The altercation initially led to charges against 5 individuals, while Pickett and a 16-year-old boy were identified as victims by police. Richard Roberts was charged with 2 counts of assault in the 3rd degree. Court records show, meanwhile, Shipman, Allen Todd, and Mary Todd were all charged with assault in the 3rd degree in the 3rd degree. All have pleaded not guilty. ABC News has reached out to the suspect and their attorneys. Yeah, let's just show that again. I mean, now, mind you, they just said that this man knew these people. Like, he had seen the one dude in the visor before and already told him. So they were already ready to go jump on this dude. You're almost looking at premeditation. So look at my man. He was already looking for a confrontation. That's not the dude he's arguing with. See, that ain't the same dude. So my man come all the way back into the screen to come attack this dude. This is the type of, boy, we tell you the religion of white supremacy, don't we? I mean, because you're talking about dishonesty. But the fact that the municipal court thought to charge this brother with assault while 1, 2, 3 steps, and then he's jumping on the man, leaving his feet to hit the man. And somehow this brother has assaulted him. I think he just hit him a couple times in the face. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, swinging again. All right, defending himself again. Okay, now he swings back. So I guess that was the assault. Meaning, black man, you ain't supposed to be defending yourself against this drunk, belligerent Neanderthal. And now he's getting choked. So what they're saying, now look how he had to choke my man. That's a whole ordeal for my man, ain't it? Man, get out of here. Get out of here. ABC has reached out to the suspects and their attorneys, but requests for comment were not returned. A fifth arrest was made days later when Reggie Ray, a black man who was seen attacking, that's the chairman of the board, if you were wondering, a black man who was seen who was seen defending himself against someone with the beach chair in this viral video, was charged with disorderly conduct. He has pleaded not guilty. Ray's attorneys, Lee Merritt, told ABC News in September that his client had a limited role in the brawl and was involuntarily roped into disorderly conduct initiated by the violent white mob. Asked if there was any evidence of a hate crime, Albert said that police looked at every avenue and left no stone unturned, but were unable to present any insight in a riot or racially based charges at this time. Well, see, and here, okay, Joe Biden. See how none of the shills are saying, hey, Joe Biden, maybe this would be an opportunity to step in. But instead, y'all will send out some weirdos that have them go talk about some gun rights, acting, sounding, screaming like preachers. Are you glad? Are you glad? I'm glad. I woke up this morning and I'm glad. I'm glad, everybody. Are you glad? Aren't you glad? Jeez. Oh, Lord. ABC News has reached out to the Montgomery Police Department for comment about the charges against Pickett. Montgomery Police Department Chief Daryl Albert identified Pickett and an unnamed 16-year-old white male who was allegedly struck by the owners and operators of the private boat as victims in this case during a press conference on August 7th. Pickett spoke out about the incident in an exclusive interview with Good Morning America that aired September 25th and said that he was just in shock and when he was assaulted. Which that's what he was. And he has not obviously been vindicated of being assaulted and has not received proper justice, because how can you receive proper justice while you're a worker on the clock getting assaulted at work and they're charging you with assaulting your assaulters with open video evidence of who assaulted who? Oh, yeah, well, before that, he hit me. There's video of it all. So maybe they weren't aware of that, but who knows? Let's see. As the Harriet 2 was ending, okay, that's just kind of rehashing what happened. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much everything else in this interview or in this article is just kind of rehashing what you just heard him say himself about the incident. But with that being said, also remember the young man that jumped in, and salute to him. The brother that jumped into the river, that nasty looking river, and swam across to assist this brother, his co-worker, and went ahead and put forth some defense techniques and personal space protectants. After swimming across a river, hopping out, sopping wet and soaking wet, he promptly kicked off his shoes and got to work. And so salute to that young man as well. And so shame on the DA or whoever, the municipal court of Montgomery, Alabama, for this absolutely wrong charge against this brother Damian Pickett. So may this brother get the justice he deserves, because this right here is just really, like, when I seen this headline, I'm like, man, you can't be serious. And then you gave slaps on the wrist. So here's the point: you give slaps on the wrist. Now, mind you, the other two are still their court date is next week. How is it that the same court is literally issuing a charge on the victim of the case they're supposed to be getting prepared for next week? This is dirty, and I do mean double dog dirty Southern justice. And I hope this brother gets vindicated with the justice he deserves. And here's the thing: where are all the black politicians? This absolutely shouldn't be. It's almost like if George Floyd had survived Derek Chauvin, they'd be charging Derek Chauvin for living, or charging George Floyd for living. You assaulted Chauvin with your neck on his knee. Your neck was too strong and you didn't suffocate. And he has everlasting damage to his knee and his ego. So we're going to charge you here. I mean, this is almost like this is the I guess the idea of the CRT haters. This is like that ramped up on 1,000, but not necessarily really ramped up that much. It's just in a different area to where it's easily able to see. You're easily able to witness this dirty Southern justice, which is nothing but just suspected white supremacist policy. No, in that case, I can't even say suspected, because this right here is straight up dress code. If you defend yourself, and take it from me, I know, if you defend yourself by a white assailant in America, as it turns out, where's Joe Biden on that? Where's the do nothing talkers? And we need to worry about this. We need to keep our people in office and the voting rights and all of that. Man, all right. Well, let's see y'all come and stand for Damian Pickett. Let's see you do that. And if y'all can, which I know you won't, but it should be something that should have been already done. I mean, it's one thing to come out and be like, yeah, well, we shouldn't stand for racial violence and this and that, but we don't want to ever encourage violence. So a lot of them wanted to stay silent when that happened. Well, here we are revisiting it again. Remember, like I told you all about the sister Deja and her 6-year-old son that shot that white teacher. She finna go get her suit. They were trying to block her from suing the school board. She got a lawsuit for $40 million. So she's finna cake out. And they're sending the little black boy mama to prison for like 2 years. So that'll help him out and help his development all that much more. And this is the cycle that dirty Southern justice gets you. And it's still around. That's why we need reparations. That's why we need an anti-black hate crime bill. So let's hear it from the elder how it needs to go.
We put it in the frame of reference. Everyone, when they talk about racism and white supremacy, should always start by saying that the focus, the objective should be replace white supremacy with justice. Those are the 5 basic words.
5 basic words, baby. Now, Roland Martin, don't talk about people talking loud on the internet, talking loud on YouTube, don't know what they're talking about. All I need to, if they can be vocal, they could put a camera and a microphone in the Congressional Black Caucus's face about every other topic. Let's hear them now. Shout out to Little Rose.
A ver, hijo de la chingada, deja de estar viendo memes, pendejo.
A la verga, me vale verga, perro. Y cállate a la verga, hija de tu puta madre, a la verga. La verga, vergazos.
Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? So, update, and granted, it's a misdemeanor, but nonetheless, this brother should be honored as a victim. What they wanted to do is make sure that they tarnish this moment in history some kind of way. So this is just simply the devil being the devil. By the way, hashtag hands off our revolution.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
There's a lot of y'all out there that's like, oh, yeah, y'all thought y'all was going to be racial wicked. Yeah. Tether Babble 101. But the funny thing about that tether babbling is y'all ain't bust no grapes in your homeland. So y'all can't take parts of our wins. And I'm sure some of y'all going to have plenty to say about what this is perceived as being as an L. But let me tell y'all something. This is American dirty justice. I'm just putting it a Southern justice on it because it's Alabama. But this is societal justice of America. If you are absolutely a victim and the world sees you as a victim, there's a group of people, some could say, some groups of people are a little bit of everywhere and all over the world, and some that might have certain stars on flags that don't want any person looking like you of your lineage ever being the head of the world topic of compassion. So much so some people could theorize it or conspiracy theorize it. Ones would drop bombs on themselves just to make sure that we don't get reparations. And to all of you, I think I speak to myself, Beatzilla PDX official. I know I speak for the Beatzilla PDX official show. You in the chat and all of you in the grassroots, the voices of New Black Media, I am pretty certain I can say with all certainty, because some of y'all have already had backroom dealings with Hunter Biden. So we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Shout out to Hunter Biden. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, you can definitely do so by way of donation. But also make sure you just simply hit that thumbs up button. That is free. But if you would like to go a step further, you can by way of CashApp. That's $beatzillapdx official. What am I saying? That's $beatzillapdx. CashApp $beatzillapdx. And we have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the week to where we say good weekend, because we always tell you, keep your 3 smooth stones at the ready. And always watch out for them liars, because boy, these snakes are something serious. And as we can see right now in Alabama, these folks are still after that old school, dirty Southern justice. Y'all stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Have a blessed weekend.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.